So this is the official write-up or walkthrough video of Anondgr room of TryHackMe on this channel, but note that this room is currently private, so you can only access this via official URL mentioned in the description below.
CTF, right? So CTF is basically stands for capture the flag, where a machine or a challenge will be given to us, and then our duty is to be hack into the system or hack into the application by taking the advantage of the vulnerability or by exploiting the particular vulnerability, and then we have to retrieve the flag. So this is a, you can see this is a TryHackMe room, you can say. This is a name of Anondgr. This room is made up by me, so I am the creator of this room. You can try this. I will give this room link on the description, so you can try it. In this video we are going to solve this Anondgr room. So you can see this is an easy level room, so every beginner can get your hands dirty upon it. So let's start it. But before moving into the detail, make sure you have a TryHackMe account, and then by following the link given in the description, you can jump into this room directly, and then you can just simply join the room and then start the machine instance. And you can see we have gotten the IP address of this machine. Let's you can read it. I am just skipping it for now. You can read it. Let's just copy the IP address and just move back to our Kali Linux terminal. So this will be our attacking machine for this session. Kali Linux machine. If you have any other distros such as Parrot OS, then also it will work smoothly. So let us check first our connectivity by doing ping command and then paste the IP address, and you can see we are getting responses back from the server. So this is clear that we have a connectivity, 100% connectivity to the target server. But before that, you need to configure the OpenVPN first. Yeah, you can see I have already run the VPN file, so that I got the IP address of 10.21.636, right? So this is the IP address of my OpenVPN server. So by which medium I am connected now to the uh, Tiger server. You can also check by typing the command ifconfig, and then you can see the tune0 interface will be your TryHackMe OpenVPN server interface, and you can see this is your IP address, and this IP address we are gonna use for any kind of reverse shell or any kind of further things. So let's move on. So our first task will be to enumerate or to reconnaissance first the target. About we have to scan the network. As we have the IP address, our first duty is the network scanning and reconnaissance. And the tool used for the network scanning, as you all know, which is nmap. So I am giving the command nmap -v for the verbosity, then -p hyphen I'm scanning this all port for this IP address, and then the IP address of this target server, and then I am using the stealth mode so that I can do it fastly. But if you are unable to understand this command, nmap command, I recommend you to check out my nmap series video, link in the description, or you can find on my channel. So as you can see, our nmap scan has been started, and you can see from the verbose output, some ports are open, right? Like 13521, 8023, 3306, 1391, 445, etc. So let the scan to be finished. So finally, we got the result of nmap output, and you can see from the output that there is a port 21 which runs FTP server, and the version of the FTP server is 3.0.2. There is also SSH. There is also a web interface running on the port 80. Also, there is some kind of Samba server, which is an SMB NetBIOS SSN. Also, there is an NFS or kind of IIS server running on 1025, and MySQL service on 3306. So your first duty after the reconnaissance or network scanning would be to enumerate at each and every port under the hood. right? So to find some vulnerabilities. So let us try to deep dive into the FTP server first. So let me just use the netcat tool and then paste the IP address, sorry, netcat, and then simply paste the IP address and then port, specify the port which you want to connect. In my case, this is 21, which is FTP. And you can see some banner is popping up, which is the version number of the VSFTPD server, which is 3.0.2, but it is not letting us to specify any credential. But no worries, we can specify it using something. Okay, so let's try it using direct FTP command instead of doing it using netcat. So let's do it. You can see this is let's try anonymous login first because most of the FTP server are vulnerable to that. So anonymous, then space enter. Okay, permission denied. So that means there is no user named anonymous. That means the anonymous login is restricted by default. So let's exit it and let's see what else we can do with. So there is a SSH server or there is a SSH service running on the our target server, but without credential, without the actual credential, we cannot log in into the SSH server. So it will be the best way to enumerate the web service first. So let me just copy the IP address again and just move back to my browser and just paste the IP address. And you can see this is some kind of web interface is over here. Anondgr is everywhere. You can't escape from it. So this website is not able to scroll. So let me check this what technology are using in this website by using the Webalizer extension. And you can see there is a server, Apache HTTP server 2.4.7, and the backend operating system is the Ubuntu. So it's now clear that our target is a Ubuntu Linux server. So let's try by doing directory brute force. Let's just copy the URL and go to the terminal. And here I am going to brute force directory. So I will use the tool dir search. Dir search, then hyphen u, and then paste the URL and then hit enter and just wait for the output. And you can see our tool has been started, and let's see what hidden directory it can found. But before that, let me just check the source code if any hidden clue is there. So press Ctrl U and let me zoom it. And you can see there is nothing inside the source code or any hard-coded credential, but it's always a good approach to check the content of the CSS file and the JS file also. So let me open it in a new tab and let me dive into the CSS file first. So there is nothing something interesting over here. So let me just close it. If I look into the JS script, then also I can't able to find any hidden directory or any such useful information that can take me to the to a shell, right? So there is nothing in the source code, so let's just forget about it. And you can see here after doing the directory brute force, we are able to get something, right? You can see the admin login panel, like something admin.html directory, admin.js directory, assets folder, and other interesting things are there. So let me just move to the admin. Okay, so here is some kind of login panel, right? This is the admin login. It is asking for the username and password. Let me just give you hit a few common passwords such as admin, admin, and then hit enter. Let's see, invalid username or password. So let me just try another one, which is admin and password, and hit enter. Again, it says a wrong password. So let me just see its source code. And you can see here is something different than our previous source code. Here is the admin.js file, right? And you can see from the JS file, this is something interesting or juicy information that we can get, right? So let's analyze the JavaScript file first, and also let's see. Okay, here's the previous one. Let me just close it and admin. Okay, you can see here is something hard-coded credential on the JavaScript file, right? You can see here is the admin and the password is password123. So let's just try it. The username is already admin, then password is password one, sorry, 123, and then hit login. I think I have typed wrong. Let me just type it again and then hit enter. And you can see we have successfully hijacked the admin panel, but again, Anondgr is there and it's saying Anondgr is everywhere. You can't escape from it. Click me. Okay. Oh shit. We got we got the a funny meme, right? So I think this is kind of a rabbit hole. Let me just see its source code, whether it is saying okay. So here is the haha.gif. This is a kind of funny the kind of thing that is given in this room, and we can also check out the dashboard.js. Here is nothing interesting inside it, so let's forget about it. But I think this room. Okay, so I made this room on the basis of testing your reconnaissance and enumeration skill, right? So if you have a good reconnaissance and enumeration skill and have also basic privilege escalation and system hacking skill, you can easily solve this room. But I have also put many of rabbit holes get around this room. So be aware of that because Anondgr is everywhere, right? So let's just log out from it and let's see what other directory we have found. Another directory was assets, right? So let's just open it. And you can see here is a kind of a backend code.php. If I click on it, then I think it may be probably downloaded. Not really. Okay, so let's check it the source code, and you can see here is some garbage file, right? This is an example dummy scripts of PHP. So this is not something useful over here. Here is a backup directory, new, old, password. It's looking interesting. Let's see. No, there is nothing inside it. Uh, Also there is a root directory. Let's see, root.mp4. Okay, I think there also this is a another rabbit hole we got trapped in. So let's forget about it. And here is a user directory. Let's check it. With user info.json. Maybe it may be useful for us. Oh, okay. We have got something juicy, right? We have got a many username, email addresses, phone number, but these are a huge amount of data, and I don't think this will be helpful, right? So let's also forget about it. Also, there is some kind of directory called secrets. Let's open it. Okay, there is a some PPT file. Uh, let's open it. Okay, I don't have appropriate medium, I think, to open it. Let's see what we can do. No, it's not opening as in such a way. So let's close it and then move to the next part. Here is something interesting I have to tell about, which is robots.txt, right? This is a very interesting directory in most of the real world web application, where it is specified for the web crawler or the search engine what directory should be crawled by the search engine, or what directories or what locations are not. So let's just paste it and see what else we can do. Okay, see, there is some directories that are disallowed for the common user access, whereas Rajan, Tanu, Tanusri, and I don't care, Oro Paradise, and come on. So let's check it one by one. So let's do it for Rajan first. You can see here is nothing. So let me move to a new directory. Let's try Tanu this time. Also, here is nothing inside it. Let's try Tanushri. And you can see here's another directory which is inbox. Let's go inside it, and you can see a message from tanu.txt. So let's download it if we can get something interesting. So as you can see, this is the message from somebody which is Raj, and even after everything. So you can read this, but any suspicious thing that I am looking for, which is this, you can see here is the message. This is which says that here is something you can understand, and above from all of this, this message is looking something suspicious, right? This is a kind of encoded or encrypted message. So let's try to decode or decrypt it by identifying which algorithm it's used. So by looking at the equal to symbol at the last, I think this is a base 64 encoding, right? So let me just try if it is a base 64 encoding or not by decoding it. Okay, so now let's echo, then paste it, and base 64 hyphen D. You can see this is something we can understand. I was right. This is a base 64 encoded uh, form of any sort of credential over here. You can see here is Tanushri, and then a column, and then 9876 Tanushri 34. So I think this is a username. If you can use your common sense and your previous CTF experience, you can very much dictate that this is a uh, username and password pair, right? So we have some services, right, in our initial reconnaissance or network scanning phase. From the nmap output, we have multiple services like FTP, SSH, and MySQL, etc. So also there are some services like SSH and FTP, but if you remember, we have tried by logging with FTP, and the anonymous user get access denied because of invalid user. So here we got something Tanushri as a user, and this as a password. So we can hit a try with FTP whether we can able to log into the FTP server or not. So let me just try it again. Write FTP, and then let me just copy the IP address again. Plus, okay, so it and paste it over here. And just you have to simply press enter. But before that, I think I have a network connectivity issue. Let me just check. Oh, sorry. Just wait few seconds. Okay, finally we have our connection back, and just hit enter, and wait sometimes. Sometimes it takes time depending on your connectivity or your network congestion. So it is asking for the username. Let me just copy this as a username and hit enter, and you can see. I think the server is taking some time. No worries. Sometime you just have to wait. You can also press enter to check. I think, okay, so this is the correct username, right? So it is asking for the please specify password. So let me just copy the password if it will be correct, and if everything goes right. So let's just press enter, and you can see login successful. So this was a valid credential of the user Tanushree what we have got. So our first step is to now enumerate the FTP server, as because we are currently in the FTP server, right? So let me check my directory where I am. So this is the root directory of the FTP server. So let me type the command ls-la so that I can see all the directories and files, including the hidden directory ones. So you can see our first flag is here. So let me just remember, we cannot type cat flag.txt, as because this is not a genuine or standard terminal. This is a FTP server, right? So you have to give a get command, and then the whatever the file or flag you want to download, or you have to get into your system. So just hit enter and see this is downloaded. So let me just check once. So yes, this is the flag.txt over here. Let me just see the content of the flag, copy it, and just submit as your first answer over here, and press enter. And you can see we have successfully submitted first flag. And also there is flag 2, flag 3 what we have to find. Also I have provided some hint. If you want, you can go with the hint, but I am not going to that. So let's jump our further enumeration. So you can see there is some basic file structure like .profile, .bash, rc, .bash logout, .bash history. But if you can see here, all these things are file, right? But this thing is a directory, and this is not as usual. Okay, if I go inside the FTP directory, here is, you can see this is the directory. So let me go inside FTP directory and type ls-la, and then you can see confidential info.txt and SSH login password, right? So maybe probably we have some SSH login credential over here, but if you okay, so this is a file or text file. Let me just get it first. You can see we have now the confidential info.txt. Okay, I think okay, so as this is a hidden directory, I have to specify ls-la and let's see its content, what it has. And you can see this is something kind of encoded string. Probably it should be base64 as like our previous one. So let's decode it. Another, okay, so this is kind of, some text message maybe, or kind of some password. I don't know what it is, but this is something meaningful, right? But let it be here and move to our FTP server and check what else we can get. So also there is something kind of SSH login password. Let's get it. .ssh. Okay, sorry, I have specified a wrong file name. Okay, now let's see it. And you can see again the same message, Anondgr is everywhere, you can't escape from it. So here's nothing, I think. Again, it's also a trap, or you can say it's also a rabbit hole, right? So let's jump to our another directory. You can see here is something called h0stl3, like kind of a directory. Let me just go inside the directory and see uh, if there is something interesting. So let's type ls-la, and you can see new Nayak hostel.jpg. Maybe it's a JPG means it's a image file. So let's download it. Okay, let me copy it first, paste it, and okay. So now you can see then this file has been downloaded successfully, right? So let's open it. I will use a display command and then just simply okay, so this is kind of something kind of a building, this is looking like a apartment building, or as this file name suggests, Newnaik hostel.jpg. Probably it may be a hostel picture, right? And the name of the hostel is Newnaik. But okay, so another concept that is thrilling into my mind, which is steganography, right? You already have might heard about something steganography in my video, or if not, then let me clear it first. Steganography is the process of hiding information inside any image or inside any file, whether it is a it doesn't matter what kind of file it is, like it can be an image file, it can be a video file, audio file, etc. So, in order to de- extract sensitive information from a image, you need to apply steganography technique. But first, you have to ensure that whether it is a stego image or not. So for that, we have some sort of tool which is kind of EXIF tool. Then specify the image name and hit enter, and you can see there is no comment, no author name, no such interesting, useful things. But no worries, we have another tool, bin word, and hyphen E is used for extraction, and then hit enter. And let's see. Also, it's I think it doesn't have any short of things, right? But so if it is a stego image, then we can use steg which is a popular tool. We can try to brute force this particular image to uncover the hidden data by brute forcing with non-word list, right? So let me press enter, and let's see if it is able to crack anything. No, could not find any passphrase, right? So maybe it could be a stego image, but the word list doesn't have the correct passphrase, right? So if you remember, we had something right over here, which is from our reconnaissance, which is this, so maybe this is a password kind of something. So let me just try it by copying it and use another tool, stag. uh, so here it is a tool called Stegosuite, which is a popular tool for a steganographic operation like task. We can extract sensitive information or hidden information from an image by using this tool. So let me open its GUI version and let's see. Okay, so now I have to upload this image, and let me move to our directory where it is ehm, then Anondgr, hostel.jpg, open it, and let me just zoom it. You can see we have to provide the passphrase, what I have copied. Let me just paste it and click on the extract. Okay, could not extract a wrong key. So maybe it is a wrong key. I have to enumerate it more. So let's try our further move. So let's enumerate the FTP server something deep so that we can able to uncover some hidden passphrase for the that is required to decrypt the steganography image, right? So let's type the command ls-la, and you can see. Let me just download this bash rc first, and you can see. Let me now just let's hyphen L, and let me just open it, and you can see here is the basic default bash rc file, which is very common in every Linux distro. So here is nothing kind of interesting thing that I am looking for, right? So I think also here is nothing to do. So let's go back to the FTP server again. Let's this time download this dot profile first. Remember, if one thing doesn't work, that doesn't mean this room is hard or kind of it cannot be solvable. But because this room is dedicated towards enumeration and all about reconnaissance. So if you have a better enumeration and reconnaissance skill, you can survive. So here is also nothing inside it. So I think this directory had something inside it. So let's dive into this directory. I can see that there is only nirnayakpostal.jpg, which may be a stego image, but I have to find the key. Okay, so let me just go back, and I can see there is a directory called FTP. Let me just go inside it again, and you can see we already have downloaded this confidential info.txt. So let me just analyze it again. Maybe I am missing something. So, okay, so open it, and you can see this is a snapshot of base64 encoded data, and upon decoding it I get some string such like this. Maybe I'm using some wrong tool. Maybe this phrase is correct, so let me just use another tool. So there is another tool which is called stag hide. So then let me just use this tool, and this time I can use the option extract hyphen sf. Maybe this syntax is wrong. Let me just check it again. Okay, this is right. So now specify the file, and you can see, oh, I think I don't have installed. So let me just install it again. Okay, so finally this tool has successfully been installed. So now let's run the command again. And you can see this is asking for the passphrase. Let me just copy the password and hit enter. And you can see this is the right password. So I was using a wrong tool, so that's why maybe this is kind of a tool specific error. So sometimes these kinds of error happen. You have to overcome it. You can see we have got something ID RSA. So if you are familiar with SSH, then you can know what this means, right? I don't have to tell. So let me know in the comment section what you are thinking about and what is your opinion, what we can do with this ID RSA. So if you have completed my course from the scratch, or if you have joined this cybersecurity course from the scratch, then I have once talked about uh, cryptography, right? Encryption, decryption, public key, private key cryptography. So you can see this is a RSA private key. So this straightly indicates that this is a there is some kind of cryptographic operation which is running on, and this is an encryption decryption technique which is using asymmetric encryption. So we got the private key, and we can also use this key to log into the SSH server on behalf of uh, some user. So if I go back to my you know over here, uh, the robots.txt file, then you can see there is some directory called Rajan, Tanu. So these are the kinds of name, right? So maybe this can be the users on the Ubuntu system, probably. So we can check one by one which ID RSA is it is, and we on behalf of which user we can log in. But if you take a closer view to the nodes that we have got earlier, then you can see. So let me just move to the node where it was. Uh, okay, so this is the message. If you can look closer to this message, then you can see here is something message from Raj. So maybe Raj is the user of the system. So let's try, right? So let's try this ID RSA on behalf of user Raj. So before doing it, make sure you have a proper permission given to your ID RSA, which is the ch mode 600 and then ID RSA. So you can see the IDRSA now has proper permission as the user of the IDRSA is Rajan. So Rajan also have read write permission, but sometimes it can also cause error so that you can able to uh, log in. So it is better to give it full permission. So let me give it the full permission. Now it's all set. So now let me just log in using this ID RSA on behalf of user Raj. So SSH, then Raj, then @ and then the IP address where it was the IP address. Let me just copy it and press, and then the ID RSA, which is the flag -I ID. Okay, IDRSA, and then hit enter, and you can see just type yes, and it is asking for password. Okay, so it is asking for password, which it shouldn't be, because the IDRSA has a bad permission. I have already told you that sometimes it causes permission error, so you have to keep the proper permission set on. So let me give it 600 again, and this time try to log in. So, okay, so there is some hint given on this challenge. You can see if you press on this hint, then this is a question hint, which is the command hint of SSH. You have to use this hyphen or public accepted RSA. This make sure to copy this command as always, and then just use it and hit enter. And this time you can see we are successfully logged into this SSH server, right? So if I type ID, then you can see we are a Raj logged in as a Raj user. If I also type who am I, you can see we are Raj on the system. So as our first move, let me just grab the second flag over here. So where it was, okay, there is nothing which is flag2.txt. So we will find in our further enumeration task, but don't worry about it. So our as a first step, I have to identify how many users the system has. So for that, I have to see the password file, and you can see here is a user called Tanu and Raj, Tanushri, and also some FTP user. So okay, so there is a three standard user, right? The number one is the Tanu, which we have to escalate our privileges, and we are currently logged in as a Raj user, and then the Tanushri user is also there. But our ultimate goal is to be to access root privileges. Sometime we can also jump into direct root if there is that kind of misconfiguration on the system. But also sometime we have to move laterally, or you can say we have to do horizontal privilege escalation in order to get root access. So that's upon you guys. You have to enumerate this system, and you have to enumerate more deeply. But remember, the deeper you can enumerate, the better you can penetrate, right? But remember, in this room Anondgr, there is a lot of rabbit holes, which might you think that this can be a way or a path to our root access, but that might not be always happen according to a decision, because this room play with your reconnaissance and enumeration skill, right? So, but for this video, I am moving straight forward as per the path, because if I do so, then it will take much and much time. So That's why I am moving straight forward. But your duty is to enumerate all this path uh, through step by step, right? So let's see. Okay, let me now see what directory I have, and you can see I am currently on the home Raj. Let me just go back to our a previous directory. So if you are unable to understand these commands and what I am doing with this Linux Ubuntu server, then I recommend you to checking out first my Linux for Hacker course, what I have made for you, such amazing people, guys. So if you just go to YouTube and search my channel, and you can see on the top you can see the Linux for Hacker course playlist where 20 plus videos courses are available from beginning to advanced, so all of the things are covered in this video. So before moving into the CTF challenges, make sure to complete this course first. So now let's see, there is a three directory. So let me move to the Tanu directory because we have to escalate our privileges to Tanu. So maybe we can got something kind of credential. Okay, see, this is a flag2.txt. So let me just read it. And you can see permission denied. So that means we have to escalate our privileges first. So let me just check whether I am able to get any credential or not. So let me just check this -rc file, and you can see, okay, you can see over here is a some kind of encoded text like our previous what we have got earlier. So let me just try to decode it because this things shows unusual, right? So now echo, then paste it, and paste 64 append d. Okay, so here is some kind of message. Hey Raj, here is my secret for you. Keep it only up to you. So another secret we have got, which is also a encoded message. Maybe it's a multiple decoding process. So let's again decode it. Hyphen P, and you can see again we got something decoded. Let's again decode it. Maybe sometime it's multiple encoding decoding steps we have to perform. So okay, so I think I have already encoded it again. Oh, sorry, I didn't have specified hyphen D option. Okay, no worries. I can simply do this on my terminal so that it will run smoothly. Let me just exit from the FTP server and echo paste hyphen D, and you can see again some sort of encoding. Let's decode hyphen D. Okay, I have typed wrong. Okay, finally you can see there is something meaningful over here. If I zoom it, then you can see Tanu at the rate 16. So this is kind of password, right? So or maybe this is a password of Tanu. So let me just move this terminal to Tanu. So for this, let's type switch user Tanu and then hit enter. Enter the password, hit again. You can see I am successfully become the user Tanu now. So this was the real credential. So now my task is to uncover the flag2.txt, and you can see this is the flag2.txt. Let me just copy it and go to the TryHackMe and then press it and hit enter, and you can see we have successfully solved almost half of this machine. So now this is the final steps towards our root access. So the very first step or the very basic beginning step in order to gain a root privileges or root access is this to type sudo hyphen l command. So you can also try sudo hyphen su if you have the if the Tanu user has the sudo permission, then you can directly simply jump into the root user. Let me just hit the password and hit enter, and you can see, uh, okay, maybe I have copied the wrong password. Let me just copy it again, press it over here and hit enter. You can see, sorry, user Tanu is not allowed to execute bin su as root on Anondgr. So maybe there is something another way to do that. So let me just check how much privilege I have to run the sudo command. So sudo -l will tell you this, and you can see there is something called binary name, which is run me under the user local bin, which require no password, and it will run on behalf of sudo if I run it. So let me just run it sudo, and let's just copy it, and you can see some messages printing again. Anondgr is everywhere, you can't escape from it, right? So but the notable thing is, you can see there is an error message, right, which is home Tanu frustrated, no such file as directory. Maybe there is something file inside this script which is not found by default, and if we got the right access to this directory, then we can replace this frustrated file with our malicious script in order to get reverse shell or to escalate privileges to root, as because this script is running as root, right? So let me just copy this directory or the file name again, or the script, whatever you can say. You can just okay, let me just -l, then paste it, and you can see the user is root, and also the group is Tanu. But okay, so the Tanu, as the Tanu is the group, and also the group permission, you can see the read and executable permission. That's why Tanu is able to execute this. Tanu has no right permission to it, but as per the script says that this is okay. Let me just show the content of this script. Let me just paste it, and you can see here is a some kind of a bash shell script. And if you are unable to understand bash shell script, then I am again recommending you to complete my Linux for Hacker course first, which I already have shown you on my YouTube channel. I have a full playlist of Linux for Hacker course. After completing that course, you will be able to understand each and every line of this code, right? So this is a some sort of banner, but we already have seen over here by after running this script, this script I am talking about, Anondgr is everywhere, you can't escape from it. So this is the code of this banner, and you can see there is something called home Tanu frustrated, which at the last this is calling this file, right? So if we have the right privileges to this file, we can simply replace it with our malicious script and then hijack the uh, process, and we can also hijack the binary so that in order to gain the root privileges. So let me just type ls-l and the binary name, and you can see no such file as directory. No problem, there is no such file, so we can create our own directory named all file or all script name frustrated under the Tanu home folder. So let me check my directory first. Okay, I am already inside the Tanu directory. So okay, let me just create the file named frustrated, and inside the frustrated file, I will simply replace my malicious script. So I will use nano text editor, then frustrated. Make sure to keep match the spelling first. F-U-S-T-R-A-T-E-D. F-U-S-T-R-A-T-E-D. Okay, because if you misspell it, then it will not gonna find the script again, and also this will not work. So let me hit enter, and this time I will just simply write a simple bash script. So I will first use a shebang line. Okay, bin hyphen bash, and then So here I'm writing my malicious script over here. This is not actually malicious, but if you run this script as a root privileges, so it will pop up the root shell, right? So just simply write bin, then bash, and then hit enter, and can type control X, Y, and press enter, and then save. So now if I again show you, you can see the frustrated file now has our bash shell script. If it is run as a root user, then the root shell will be spawned. So let me just run this script as sudo hyphen l, and you can see, let me just copy it and sudo, uh, then run it, then hyphen capital P. This will tell the command to do not drop the privileges, and then hit enter. And you can see the message is printing again, and at the bottom of the script it will probably pop up the okay, maybe we have something wrong, permission denied. Okay, so I didn't have make my script executable, so that this permission error is happening. So sometimes it happens, you know. So you have to make this script executable by typing the command chmod plus x, and then the script name. Let me just run the script again. Okay, my terminal is now hanging. So this happen, or sometimes when you have too much resources run in the background. Okay, I have copied this command. Let me just run it again. Hit enter and just wait for the root shell to pop up. Okay, now finally you can see we have successfully gained root access. You can see if I type who am I, and then see we are root. So if I also type pwd, then we are already in the Tanu's home directory, but now our duty is to move inside the root directory and uncover the flag 3. You can see there is something called flag.sh. Let me run it, flag.sh, and you can see congratulations message from the Anondgr, and it maybe it will pop up the flag. Let's just wait. You found the real Anondgr. Here is your flag. Okay. Okay, so this is a, pretty good message from the rooms create, which is me from the Anondgr, of course. So you can see here is flag3.txt, and just okay. And you can see this is our final flag. Now let's go to our TryHackMe and submit it. And finally, you can see congratulations on completing Anondgr. We already have completed the room Anondgr. So that is all about solving a CTF TryHackMe room Anondgr. The link I have given in the description, also in the comment section, you can find the room link. If you want to solve this challenge, go to the TryHackMe and solve it. If you have any problem, then just let me know in the comment section, or you can also follow my social media to get in the touch with me, and I will recommend you to solve this. You can also see 43 users in this room has already solved, and you can see the graph. Too many users has already been solved, already solved this room. So what are you waiting for? Just go and try.